So there's pretty much one way of putting a tire on for any car, and every manufacturer has it the same way, and I haven't really seen anyone talk about it. This has to do with how you tighten the lug nuts, and it's not the star pattern. If you don't know the torque spec for your lug nuts, then you can just Google it, and if you can't find it, it should be in your owner's manual. Anyways, the torque for this is 100 foot-pounds. So first I'm just gonna put the wheel on. Start by making sure all the lug nuts go on by hand tightening them. You don't want to start tightening in it and then cross thread it. So the final torque of this will be 100 foot-pounds, and the trick that manufacturers want you to do, and iCar and just ASE, so you want to take your lug nut torque and divide that by 4, so that would be 25. So I want to tighten this 4 times, each time 25 foot-pounds more. If the number's a lot higher, like if it's a truck, if it's like 200 foot-pounds, it makes more sense. But for this, I could probably just divide it by 3. So I'm gonna go 50, 75, and then 100 on this. I know this ratchet goes to 45 foot-pounds, so I'm going to start by tightening it with this in a star pattern, and then I'm going to do the torque wrench and do 75 and 100. So I'm gonna do that. The whole point of this really is to make sure the tire gets centered, because these lug nuts, they're like acorn shaped, and so they pretty much center the tire onto the hub. You can't just do the star pattern 100 foot-pounds, because you're going 100 foot-pounds just on the one, and then none of the others are tightened. So that's why it's pretty much just as bad to not do the star pattern as it would be to not do this like separate stages of torque. So now I'm going to do 75 foot-pounds in the star pattern. And then I'm going to do the 100. And then just go one more time just to check it. Okay. So if you don't tighten in stages, then the wheel may not be centered on the hub. If it's not centered, then it'll kind of just like create a bouncing motion of the tire, because it's like maybe lower on one side and higher on the other. And if you put this on with like an impact wrench, then maybe these would be like 200 foot-pounds, let's say, and then these would be 150, and the wheel would probably be a little bit tilted like this, and so that would create some uneven wear on the tire. And basically you're just trying to prevent uneven wear on the tire. So now it's perfect. I encourage everyone to do it that way, because it's basically the safest way to put on your wheel, and just know that everything is done properly and everything is done safely. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.